broadcast. Our next guest is known for playing roles like Jim Morrison, Doc Holliday, and even Batman. But now he's tackling a different role as he becomes Mark Twain. Please welcome to the broadcast, Mr. Val Kilmer. We are so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Is this your first time to Dallas? Have you been to Dallas before?
It is not. No, I've been many times.
Do you like Dallas?
I do.
What's with the? You brought the rain with you. What's with that?
You know, I've got to say something to you because I love all the roles you've taken. I love Doc Holliday. You should have won the Academy Award for it in Tombstone. But the other one is the movie Heat with De Niro and Pacino, and you absolutely matched them in those roles, which just was staggering to me.
Thank you. It was staggering to my agent too, because he told me I shouldn't do that role.
Hey, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. But he's not my agent anymore. He's a very nice guy.
He gave him the act.
But I said I had to act in between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. He was like, you were Batman, you don't need that.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
Does that happen a lot in your business?
Yeah.
Where y'all have to change management and change because they don't agree with the roles you'd like to take?
Well, I can't, you know, I turned down quite a few that probably drove him crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, it does happen occasionally.
So tell us about this role, because
I'm playing Mark Twain, and I've been working on the play for about 3 years, and it all started, I was looking for, oh, there I am.
There you are.
There I am, old. I wrote a script, a film about Mark Twain and Mary Baker Eddy, who was the most famous woman author in the world in his day, and he was the most famous American in the world at the time, and he was pretty obsessed with her last 10 years of his life.
Really?
And she features a little bit in the play, but it's mainly a character study. In many ways, you could think of Mark Twain as like an honorary founding father. Mm-hmm. He's just got so much soul, and it's a big love story. He just loved America. Loved everybody in it. You know, if you were a little river rat or the biggest oil tycoon, it didn't matter if you were corrupt or a thief. He just loved everybody.
Can you do the voice?
I can.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
At the Wiley on the 18th at 8 o'clock.
Because the
preserving my voice because of the weather in Dallas.
Oh, I don't blame
That's
you.
why I have an ascot.
Have you used Vicks?
This is actually Mark Twain's face,
Yes.
but he covers it with a giant mustache.
Was it a ton of makeup? And
It's not a ton, but it's about 5 pounds. I can do it. What shall I? Let's see. Well, this will make it easier to brag about my production. Mark Twain kind of loved being famous, so in the first couple minutes I say, "Oh, that's a nice. Give me the applause. Give it to me. Give it to me right now. Give it to me."
There you go.
Oh, I was born modest, but it wore off. I love the compliments. If you can't get a compliment any other way, do like Congress does. Give yourself one.
Did you take his actual words? In other words, the records?
Many of his actual words.
No, what I'm saying is, you didn't add to the actual words he spoke, did you?
I have, yeah.
You have?
Yeah, it's not. Hal Holbrook did a marvelous job for almost 60 years now.
That's right.
Doing this, his version of a Mark Twain story. But that's 100% Mark Twain, and I take some liberties and a couple thoughts I've paraphrased because he's so prolific. It's been murder editing him. I want a new idea to make a transition, and I'm trying to cut 5 minutes, and I end up adding 10 minutes. He's really the funniest, most quoted American in history.
And you said you wrote this.
What?
Did you say you wrote this?
Yeah, I've written it, and it's kind of unfair to say I've written something when about 95% of it's
his own words.
Quoting, but I think it moves through his life in an interesting and new way.
Have you done many just one-man theater performances, or was everything really
not
many
by
for
myself?
You?
But now with an audience. I've done a lot, like singing in the shower. Well, I feel like a little like Rupert Pupkin in the King of Comedy.
You have a very dry sense of humor. I like that.
I am funny. And you know what? You know what's important about being funny?
What?
You know what's important about laughter?
What's that?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, you live longer.
Yeah.
You do live long.
And
That's
if
what
you're
I
not
hear.
laughing, then you're not having as much fun.
Wow. So are you having fun with us?
Dumb, doesn't it? But it's
No,
true.
you having fun
Val,
with
is there a
us?
role?
I am.
Is there a role that you still are looking for that you still really want to do? Maybe it's
Well,
maybe
that's why I
it's a
wrote
real
this.
comedy
I
role.
wanted to direct for a long time, so I'm directing this movie, and I was looking for an American story that would captivate my interest for many years, and this is now too many years. It's about 10 that I've been working on the screenplay,
Really?
on and off.
Oh my gosh.
And the play about 3 years. But these two characters, Mark Twain and Mary Baker Eddy, were geniuses, and just to represent them accurately is quite a task. Been many biographies about both characters, and I think I found an interesting way. And Mark Twain about so many important issues like race and greed that haven't left us, sadly.
That's right.
Like you ladies are aware that slavery still exists because we're not paid the same amount of money as us guys. So we all know that, but we act like it's
Not
okay.
happening. Yeah, that's right.
We talk to people in business all the time and act as if things are all right that really are unnatural. And Twain had a great way of being really honest about things that really matter to everyone, but in a humorous way. So it's disarming, and you find it a little bit easier to take a different
but he's very
opinion.
direct.
He
too.
could give-
Will you stick around with us and finish, and
No.
let's have more
I wanna
conversation
go.
after the break?
I want to leave now.
We're not leaving.
We're back.
He could deliver a proper